Welcome back. Discipline and leadership are choices, not moods. Today, we build both. Discipline is not born in isolation. It's engineered by structure. If your days feel chaotic, this will steady them. Here is the blueprint for order. First, when habits are weak, any extreme routine only magnifies the weakness. If the mind is noisy, silence makes the noise louder. Without structure, isolation becomes mental static, not strength. Stay with me. We'll make this simple and strong. Here's the truth. Across the vast landscapes of human understanding, from psychology to faith, and through the annals of history, one fundamental truth repeats with unwavering clarity. Lasting, meaningful discipline is not born from chaos or spontaneity. It is meticulously cultivated from structure. This principle is the bedrock upon which all great works and all great lives are built. Without an underlying framework, our best intentions drift away like smoke, leaving no lasting impact. We often romanticize the idea of escape, picturing the hermit on a remote mountain or the monk in a silent cell, finding enlightenment in isolation. But this is a profound misunderstanding. Solitude is a crucible. It only refines the character and discipline that order has already built. It is not the source, but the test. The real foundational work is far less glamorous, but infinitely more powerful. It is the conscious act of designing your day on purpose. Modern neuroscience unequivocally agrees with this ancient wisdom. Creating predictable routines and habits physically strengthens the neural circuits in our prefrontal cortex, the very seat of executive function. This reinforcement reduces the burden of constant decision fatigue and measurably lowers ambient anxiety. Our brains are pattern-seeking organs. They thrive on clarity. When the path forward is clear, the mind has no reason to wander. It stays on it. Our physiology follows the mind's lead. A life of constant unpredictability and reaction keeps us locked in a state of fight or flight, flooding our bodies with stress hormones. In stark contrast, structure invites the parasympathetic nervous system to take over, initiating a state of rest and digest. As a result, your heart rate slows, your breathing deepens, and your ability to focus returns with newfound clarity. Order is not just a mental concept, it is a biological imperative that calms the entire nervous system. This same truth echoes through tradition and philosophy. The ancients knew you must build the temple before you can worship within it. The Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote his timeless meditations not in retreat from the world, but from within the highly structured confines of his imperial duty. His philosophy was forged in the crucible of ordered days, not an escape from them. The structure was the container for his reflections. So before you entertain the fantasy of disappearing to find yourself, commit to the more profound work of building yourself right where you stand. Create the routines, the systems, and the daily rituals that will forge your character. Because without a foundation of intentional order, isolation isn't a spiritual journey. It is just an empty room. From that foundation, when the world feels like it's crumbling, when the path forward is lost in fog, the way out is to build. We rebuild with structure first, not with grand sweeping gestures, but with the quiet strength of stone laid upon stone. This is the architecture of resilience, the framework that supports you when internal and external storms rage. It begins in the immediate space you command. True, lasting progress grows in stillness, not chaos. It is cultivated in the soil of discipline. Start by imposing order on your room, your morning, and your mind. Make your bed. Clear your desk. These are not chores, they are rituals. Quiet, deliberate acts lay the foundation for a life of purpose. Each small victory over entropy proves you are the master of your environment, not its victim. To begin, choose one daily non-negotiable that anchors the day. This is your lighthouse in the storm, a single point of certainty in a world of variables. That anchor is a promise to yourself, a testament to your resolve. Training, reading, prayer, or writing, done consistently without fail. It is the act you perform regardless of inspiration or fatigue. It proves will over mood. This single, disciplined act sends a powerful signal to your subconscious. You are in control. Pair it with a fixed wake-up time. The sun does not negotiate with the horizon. Neither should you with the dawn of your own day. Consistency matters more than early. Wake at the same time every day and remove the first decision, the first battle. No snooze. Begin on your terms. This simple act of rising at a predetermined time eliminates the corrosive debate with your weaker self. You start the day with a win, asserting authority over your impulses. Next, add one rule for dopamine you will honor. Your focus is a finite, precious resource, constantly under assault by the trivial and the immediate. Starve distractions strategically. You must consciously build dams to redirect the flow of your attention. Seal one leak. No scrolling before noon, no junk food, no explicit content. So attention returns to effort. This isn't about deprivation, it's about redirection. By closing one door to cheap stimulation, you force open the door to meaningful earned satisfaction. Close the day with a simple reset. The way you end your day determines how you begin the next. Don't carry today's chaos into tomorrow's potential. Restore order before sleep. Clean the space. Set out your clothes. Write tomorrow's top objectives on a piece of paper. This ritual offloads mental clutter, allowing your mind to rest deeply. You remove friction for the man you'll be in the morning, giving him a clear path to follow. Finally, end with honest review. Look back on the day without judgment but with clarity. Note where you fell short, identify the trigger, and recommit to the principle. This is not self-flagellation, it is course correction. Small corrections, made consistently, prevent collapse. Acknowledge the failure, learn the lesson, and let it go. This framework, one anchor, a fixed wake time, one boundary, a night reset, and honest reflection, is more than a routine. It is a system for forging character. It forms an unshakable base upon which a life of meaning, discipline, and freedom can be built. Structure is not a cage. It is the foundation for strength. For proof, look to the past. History proves it. Across centuries and cultures, the great figures of solitude, the soldiers, the scholars, the monks, all mastered routine before they ever embraced isolation. They understood a fundamental truth. True inner work doesn't begin in a vacuum. It begins with the deliberate, often mundane, construction of a disciplined life. They did not flee the world to discover discipline. That is a romantic and dangerous myth. Instead, they forged discipline first, in the crucible of daily life, and only then used isolation as a tool to harden it, to sharpen their focus into an unbreakable spear. Think of it as laying a foundation, brick by painstaking brick. They laid these bricks daily. The pre-dawn run that shocks the body into wakefulness, the simple act of a made bed that starts the day with an accomplished task, the non-negotiable hour of reading, the focused training. These small acts, repeated relentlessly, compound until order becomes identity. Only then, once this internal architecture was built, did they retreat. Then, the quiet sharpened what structure had already built. The stillness amplified a trained focus that was already present. Solitude became a mirror, not a workshop. It confirmed a defined purpose that had been cultivated long before. Without that foundational order, so-called monk mode collapses into mere performance. It becomes loneliness with Wi-Fi, a desperate attempt at distraction dressed as discipline. The sequence is non-negotiable and has been tested by time. First order, then isolation. Anything else is just hiding. So, here is a simple 30-day run. Keep the same daily rhythm. Honor one non-negotiable promise to yourself. Hold one clear boundary against cheap dopamine. Sleep and wake on a consistent schedule. After 30 days, add a short sharpening phase if needed. Then try 7 days of focused isolation only to refine, not escape. You are not running from life, you are tuning it. Sharpen what you have already built. Nothing more, nothing less. Remember, a man's work begins with himself. When he becomes stronger, everything connected to him strengthens. His family, his finances, his place in the world. Masculinity is not something to be created. It is something to be reclaimed. You already carry it, and there is no middle ground. A man either grows or he slowly loses everything. In closing, order builds strength and steadies your will. If you're here, thank you. Download the masculine code below. Then take a breath and notice where order is missing. It gives you the full framework to rebuild discipline. Inside, I lay it out clearly. Read it slowly, then apply it daily. Monk mode doesn't make a man strong, order does.